What's good, BYOS world? You have Harvey here, and look, all right, what we're gonna do today is break down bad news licks. All right, so this lick is a little different. There's a lot of chopping, but I wanted to jump right into it and break it down for you guys. So let's get to it. Hope you guys enjoy it. So first measure, right? It looks like this. It's all 16th notes. And you're just gonna take, right? And on the count 4, right? The E of 4, 4E, and then the a 1. So you got 1. All right. So that's the first measure. Now, on that of 4, that's basically starting your book report. All right. So when you're going into the next measure, we're starting the right hand. You have, see that? So you got the right tap, a low flam, and then you have a diddle on the left again. So you got tap, flam. All right, cool. So you got, now what that's doing is bringing you into that second measure, which looks like this. All right, so let's take 2 measures together and let's see how this works. All right, third measure, you have diddle and single. That's count 1. And then you have a paradiddle diddle, which feel like you pulling it back. All right, so. All right, so. Then you have a flam drag, then a cheese, and a flam. All right, so that measure 3. All right, so that's measure 3. Let's do it all together so far. 3 bars. We have all right, moving on. So the next measure is simple. If you look at the music, it's just, and then you release with a tap. You got a 1. Then once again you release with a tap. So that measure is pretty simple and self-explanatory. Moving on, which is a little bit tricky. So you have 4 rights, which is 1 inner. But when you do that, you're gonna go to like a high mom. All right, count 2 is gonna be a click on the rim. 1 E and a 2. All right, and then that and a 3, and then the rest is like a roll. And how you do that is this hand, you go from here to here. So you got, all right. All right, so now that measure is 1 and one more time. All right, so cool. That's how that brings you into that measure. All right, I know I'm moving a little fast, but this, I mean, you can slow it down and you can catch it. I don't want to make it too long. Just nice and comfortable. All right, so now the next measure, start the back stick. All right, once again, so anything that's just written out that don't really have too many tricks, I'm gonna just play it, you know, and just basically show you. Start the back stick, 2 right, then there's a flam tap on the left. Then there's like a 1 hand drag. And then you're basically doing that again with a flam tap. And then you do the same thing off the left. Then you release on the up. All right, now you release on that up. Now you wait 1 count. So 1 and a, then you come back in on that 1 and a. All right, so cool. Moving on. So now that measure is 1 and a, All right, so if you notice, I have put some of the BYOS alphabet inside this phrase. So I took 3 letters, B, A, D, and I put bad inside of the lick, which is bad news. All right, so that measure look like this. Well, let's take it from this part. Measure 5, 1 and a 2. All right, one more time. All right, so now that was that measure. Moving on. All right, so the last measure, which is A and D, is all right. So that's the whole beginning phrase. I'll take it from the beginning to the end of just that phrase, and then we move on. So it looks like this. All right, so yeah, that's the first phrase. I hope you could catch that. Let's move on to the next phrase. So you basically have one measure, boom, do your own visual, have fun with it. Then you have just like a regular flam tap type passage with a little bit of diddle. So we just look at it. So you have, that's the first measure of that phrase. So that's measure 10. All right, so now what you're gonna look at now is measure 11, which is diddle. All right, and then diddle, and then you do that twice. And then you basically have a roll that takes you over to the next measure. Hang over to the next measure, and then you bring in the flam on the E of 1. So to do that measure in context, it'll be, all right, see how that sounds? So let's take measure 10 and 11, all right, which look like this. 1, 2, ready, and all right, look at that measure 12. So then measure 12 looks like, sorry, measure 12 is, more time. All right, so you have that cheese. Actually, it's not a cheese there, it's just a flam. So you have flam tap. And then from there, you're doing the same thing, same phrase off the left. So now you have, all right, now when you're looking at measure 16, you start on the E of 1. So coming out of measure 15, it would sound like see that? 1. All right. So measure 16, you have 3 right. All right. One more time. So you do 2 inverts, 3s, and then you come back down with a cheese. All right. And then you have a flam drag, I believe. Yeah, cheese, flam drag, cheese. So you got, all right, moving on. So now, after that phrase, once again, you wait to count 4 now. So you would do, 1, 2, 3, 4 again. All right. So on the last phrase, you're starting on 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. All right. So now with this, you got 1 in, 2, and 3. All right. 1 in, 2, and 3. So you have 4 and 1 in, 2, and 3, 4 and And now the trick to this, if you have your hand too high, it just keeps sliding down. what you want to do is have your hand either level with this drum or the pad, or level, not slightly lower, more level than anything. So you would do, so just practice that for a while so that you can get it right, and then you should be fairly fine. All right, so now this part from here, right, you have 4 E and and then your left hand does the back stick, right? Then you have 1 E and okay? One more time. 4 E and 1 E and All right, so now that measure looks like this in context. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 E and 1, 2. All right, so now let's break that part down. So now after you do this, right, that back, you scraping it back. Now, when you do this, every time you release, that's a tap. Yeah. So now from on the rim, that's what I'm doing. So you got, why are you doing a thumb roll? All right, so you got, all right, so that measures you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3. All right, so you can do how you want it to. Just bring the hand down. Bring it up. Measure 21, start the left hand buzz. That's right. So I'm taking it a little bit slow again. Alright, measure 21. That just seems in the music, but I just want to show it to you slow. The crush, right, tap, and then you do a buzz on the right hand, hit here, and then tap. See that? And then 2 click. Alright, moving on. The next measure is the same thing. The music is written, isn't too many tricks in there, so you just play it out. Nice little fly in there for you. Let me fix it fast. Alright, now it's measure 22. Measure 23, a little bit different. Now, measure 23 looks like this. Basically a hammam. Then you crossing over. So after the release, then after the first crossover, that's when you flip the stick. Then on this shot, you do a half flip up and catch it. So one more time. One more time. In contact. All right. Second to last measure, set tuplets. 2 of these. So you're basically doing 3 diddles, but on the third one, you're bringing it back traditional. And then you're doing a tap. Then you release. Then you have one of those. One more time. And then you have the next measure, which is just a stroke. Alright, that's the whole thing for bad news. I'm gonna play the second phrase all the way through so you can see what it feels like. 1, 2, 3. So there you have it. That is the bad news lick. I hope you take the time to learn it. Subscribe to the channel, and also you can head over to MuseScore to get the sheets and go ahead and learn it, play along, and tag me in your video, and maybe we could get something going for you. Alright, 2 fingers, peace, and out.
All I do is eat, sleep, repeat.